not going to get into that question.
And why not?
Why would I? Why would I? I'm successful.
Oh.
In America, part of the American dream is to be successful, work hard. So I've worked my tail off. I've been a workaholic. I've taken an enormous amount of risk. And what have I done with my success? I've built homes all over the world, rescuing and saving children out of slavery, sex trafficking. It's amazing how you guys don't talk about that. If I was a Democrat, you'd be talking about that all the time. Or
So-
all the stuff I do here in Madison.
That clip is so amazing to me. It so compactly describes these guys lately, which is the question that we didn't hear at the very beginning was, what is your net worth? And that's when we heard he
His
starts
laugh.
laughing. He says, I'm not going to tell you that. Now, I get that. In my house growing up, we didn't talk about money. We didn't talk about what
Ever.
parents made, but that's not what this is. And he's trying to string it as like, we don't talk about money here in Wisconsin. No, you are running for Senate and you are an incredibly wealthy man, and you need to let us know where your interests lie, because as Pat Kreitlow said this morning, you're going to be writing tax policy if
Oh.
you win.
No kidding.
Yeah. So
that he could like help write tax policies that would help him and other ultra wealthy people. Is that what you're saying?
you can bet on it.
Bank on
Dang it.
it. I mean, if you're gonna go, with the line from "We got nothing else."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Calvin, go ahead.
It's just the smugness.
Yes.
And then the Trump classic whining at the end. If I was a Democrat, you'd be talking all about that, but you never talk about the good things I do.
Well, I would be very curious to know more about the success that he has achieved with rescuing all these children
I would
from
too.
sex trafficking. I genuinely would be very interested if there's an actual journalist out there who would follow up on that. I think that would be fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like something you'd put in a campaign ad if it was true.
Oh, is
And
it
I
Right?
Just what I was going to
haven't
say.
seen it in a campaign ad.
Nope.
Why wouldn't you bring attention to all this good that you have done
I
that could work in your favor?
completely agree. It's not been that. It's been surfacey ads and just platitudes to convince us that he's from Wisconsin. And a couple of things with that clip. I mean, I could talk about that clip for half an hour, breaking down every 5 seconds, because the things he says are important. First of all, he laughs with that very uncomfortable laugh that J.D. Vance has. We saw with Jeb Bush. We've seen with so many politicians who don't know how to talk like normal human beings.
And yet they call Kamala Harris's laugh weird.
Oh, yeah. But then when you watch him, he's laughing to get out of the question. And then someone else follows up and says, why not? Why won't you tell us? That laugh melts and it goes, why should I do that? Because you're running for U.S. Senate and you are expected to let us know your worth, your interests, all these things.
You're not some private citizen where we don't talk about money at the kitchen table. You, like you said, Greg, you're going to be representing all of Wisconsin.
Correct.
Shouldn't you be sharing that information?
Yeah, I mean, he's just following in the lead of the leaders of the party. Donald Trump didn't divest from any of his businesses when he was president of the United States.
First time in history.
Yep. He also didn't show his taxes because he's still under audit. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He has made all of the. He has destroyed all of these norms that aren't laws. They are expectations of the candidate.
That's like the peaceful
And-
transfer of power.
Yeah. So Eric Hovde is just going to do it with Wisconsin nice, which you see isn't true, because the moment someone follows up to ask him the question, he melts into like frustration. Like, why would I tell you that? Also, I take hardcore issue with the term that he is a workaholic. He might work a lot, but he works hard at the job his daddy gave him. He takes risks on his family's money. There, as I said to Pat this morning, there are no bootstraps here.
No.
These were opportunities after opportunities from a man born into privilege and luck. He is not Wisconsin. He is a California millionaire who wants to. He's bored.
I think so too. I think he's bored.
Yep.
I've been a successful businessman. Now what do I want to do?
What's next?
Senate would be kind of fun.
Hey,
That
Ron
might
Johnson.
be fun.
Ron Johnson got way richer.
And I can influence tax policy and do
Mhm.
good things for myself and my buddies. And it's interesting to me too that he's all like, I'm not going to tell you that. Daniel Bice in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel According to a financial disclosure form that had to be filed, Hovde listed his assets between $195.4 million and $564.5 million.
If he gets elected and serves one term in Congress, he will double that, and if he gets 2 terms, he will be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Period.
Easily.
And that's not the function of being a senator.
No, that was not supposed to be the job. And as far as I know, there are still efforts underway so that senators and House members can't trade stock.
Correct. And
which doesn't seem like a bad thing to restrict.
No, and that's the thing is like I not for a moment do I want anyone to think that I'm just picking on Eric Hovde. I sort of am, but this notion that sitting Congress members, sitting senators of right, left, independent can see internal documents that shows essentially insider trading,
Exactly,
and dump stocks, buy stocks, make money off of it, that is reprehensible to me. Because serve your time. When you get done, you're going to serve on boards. You'll write a book. You'll go on television.
You'll become a lobbyist.
But this thing of like, you're of the people. No, you're not. And that's all of them who do this. And there are people in California, Democrats in California. Nancy Pelosi is one who did this and got. But there are no laws and order or on deck to try to curb this, because why would they do that? It's like why would they vote down their own raise?
Well, yeah, why would you vote down your own gravy train?
Well, that's what I was going to say is the right-wing media sphere loves to screech about Nancy Pelosi insider trading, but then they have nothing to say about anyone else.
No.
Oh, exactly. Well, and again, we do try to call out Democrats.
Yeah.
Hello, Gold Bar Bob Menendez.
Yeah.
Because the other side, it seems to be, never calls out their bad actors until things are so bad,
and even
they simply can't avoid it anymore.
Well, if they also serve no power to them and serve no purpose.
True.
Because they were very much like, let's get rid of George Santos. And within a week, they were like, oh, we messed up.
We need his
that
vote.
vote.
Exactly.